Something is happening in the heavens right now, and your body is already feeling it, even if your mind hasn't caught up yet. Between June 26th and June 29th, a cosmic force is building that happens only once a year. The strawberry moon is rising, and once you understand what these 4 days truly mean, you will never look at the sky the same way again. The moon is doing something. It only does once a year. Welcome back, chosen ones. Or maybe you're new here. Maybe something brought you to this video today. A restless night, a strange pressure in your chest, a feeling that something enormous is coming, but you can't quite name it. Trust that feeling. It's real, and it has a name: the strawberry moon. On the night of June 29th, 2026, the full moon reaches its absolute peak. But here's what makes these 4 days, June 26th through the 29th, unlike any other stretch of time this year. We are barely 1 week past the summer solstice on June 21st. The Earth just pivoted. The axis just shifted. The longest day of light just passed. And now the moon is arriving at its fullest power, moving in the wake of that solar turning point, like a ship following the tide. But here is the part almost nobody talks about. This full moon will appear lower on the horizon than any other full moon this entire year. Lower, closer, heavier in the sky. And as its light bends and stretches through more of Earth's atmosphere, the strawberry moon will glow gold, then amber, then a deep, burning orange, even red, like a fire being lit at the very edge of the world. This is not mythology. This is not spiritual metaphor. Not yet. This is real, measurable astronomy. Light scattering through atmosphere, gravity pulling on oceans, tides rising to their highest peak of the month as the sun, the earth, and the moon lock into perfect alignment. Scientists call it a spring tide, but ancient cultures called it a doorway. The strawberry moon gets its name from the Algonquin peoples of North America, who used this moon to signal the peak of the wild strawberry harvest, the moon of fruition, of things finally ripening after long effort. The Dakota called it the blooming moon. The Celts called it the mead moon and brewed their sacred honey wine beneath its light. Across every culture, across every continent, this particular moon, the first full moon after the summer solstice, was treated as a threshold, a moment when the invisible world leaned closer to the visible one. And you are standing right at the edge of that threshold. Over these 4 days, as the moon swells toward its full luminescence, you may notice you're sleeping differently. Lighter, more vivid dreams. You might feel emotional surges that seem to come from nowhere, a sudden wave of grief or joy, or this aching, nameless longing for something you cannot identify. You might feel unusually alert at night, drawn to windows, to open doors, to the open sky. You might feel like something is ending, or like something is just about to begin. Here is the truth. Both are true. And that chosen one is exactly what we are here to talk about. Stay with me, because it gets deeper. The energy shift that's already moving through you. Here is something most people fundamentally misunderstand about a full moon. They think the energy arrives on the night of June 29th itself, like a switch being flipped. But that is not how it works. The gravitational pull of the moon does not suddenly appear on one night. It builds, for days before and days after, like a wave gathering force in deep water long before it reaches the shore. You are inside that wave right now. Between June 26th and 29th, you are living inside what's called the full moon window, the energetic crescendo phase. And because this full moon is arriving just days after the summer solstice, The energy isn't only lunar, it is solar and lunar combined. The most light-filled day of the year just passed. Now the most visually powerful moon of the year is rising. Two cosmic forces, the sun and the moon, moving in simultaneous crescendo, and you are standing at the center of it. What does that mean for you personally? It means that everything you have been suppressing, emotions, decisions, truths you've been carefully avoiding, are rising to the surface whether you invited them or not. This is the fundamental nature of full moon energy. It illuminates, it reveals, it makes the invisible impossible to ignore. And when that full moon rides low and golden along the horizon, that illumination feels intimate, personal, like the moon isn't just lighting up the sky, it's lighting up the inside of you. Many ancient spiritual traditions teach that the days leading up to a full moon are a time when human intuition operates at its absolute sharpest. Dreams become more prophetic. Synchronicities multiply. You think of someone you haven't spoken to in years, and they call you that same afternoon. You open a book to a random page and find the precise answer to a question you've been carrying for months. Patterns that were invisible suddenly become unmistakable. These are not coincidences. These are breadcrumbs. The universe does not shout. It does not usually send lightning bolts and burning bushes. It whispers. It nudges. It places things quietly in your path and waits to see if you will notice. The full moon window is when those whispers get louder, when the nudges become undeniable, when the breadcrumbs form a trail clear enough to follow. And if you have been feeling called to change something in your life, to end something that no longer serves you, to finally begin something you have been afraid to start, this 4-day window is the universe speaking, that calling in its loudest voice of the month. The question is not whether you can hear it. You can. The question is whether you are willing to truly listen. Because here is the truth that most spiritual content won't say out loud. The universe can align 1,000 stars in your favor, but it cannot take the next step for you. That first movement toward the life you are meant to live is yours alone. But we'll get to that. The signs you're one of the chosen ones. Feeling this now, I want to speak directly to some of you. Because not everyone processes full moon energy the same way. There are certain people, you already know who you are, who feel these cosmic shifts more deeply than most. Empaths, sensitives, old souls, people who have been on a spiritual path for some time. Whether they chose that path or whether that path chose them first. If you're watching this video right now, there is a very strong chance you are one of them. So let me ask you something. In the last few days, since around June 24th or 25th, have you been feeling unusually heavy? Not sleepy exactly, just weighted. Like something enormous is being processed inside you that your conscious mind isn't fully aware of yet. Like you're running background updates you cannot see but absolutely feel. Have you been having more vivid, emotionally charged dreams? Dreams where people from your past appear, people you've forgiven, or people you haven't, or people you have lost. The full moon stirs what has settled. It reaches into the sediment of your soul and brings old things back to the surface. Have you felt an unusual sensitivity to other people's emotions? Finding crowded spaces more draining? Feeling the emotional temperature of a room the moment you walk into it? This heightened empathic sensitivity is one of the clearest signs that your energy field is wide open and attuned to the current cosmic frequency. Have you been craving solitude? Feeling pulled toward quiet, toward nature, toward water? This is not depression. This is not avoidance. This is your soul's intelligent response to an energy field that is asking you, gently but insistently, to go inward. The strawberry moon does not only illuminate outward, it illuminates within. And here is perhaps the most significant sign of all. In the last several days, have you had a recurring thought, a persistent feeling about your life, about a relationship, about a choice you've been delaying, that simply will not leave you alone? You push it down, it rises again. You distract yourself, it returns. This is not anxiety. This is revelation. This is the moon doing exactly what it has always done across human history, not frightening the chosen ones, but calling them forward. The ancient peoples who named this moon, who planted and harvested and prayed and wept beneath its light, they understood something we have largely lost in our modern world. The moon is not simply a rock reflecting sunlight. It is a cosmic clock, a timer counting rhythms that life on this earth has been synchronized with since the very first heartbeat. Your body knows these rhythms. Your soul knows them even better. Whatever is surfacing in you right now, however uncomfortable, however unresolved, is not chaos. It is clarity, arriving in the only form the universe knows how to deliver it, exactly on time. What the universe is asking you to do with these 4 days. So what do you do with all of this? You feel the weight of the energy. You recognize the signs in yourself. You understand that something real and powerful is moving through you and around you during these 4 days. But awareness is only the beginning. The universe doesn't just want you to feel the shift. It wants you to use it. Here is what these 4 days are genuinely asking of you. First, finish what you started. The full moon is not a time to initiate new things. That is the energy of the new moon, seeding, planting, setting intention into dark soil. The full moon is the energy of completion, of harvest, of bringing to fruition what was planted weeks ago. Look at your life right now with honest eyes. What have you been delaying? What conversation have you been circling and avoiding? What decision has been waiting for you to simply land? June 26th through 29th is your window. Stop circling. Land. Second, release what is complete. As you finish what is unfinished, the full moon also asks you to release what is genuinely done. The relationship that ended, but that you haven't fully let go of in your heart. The version of yourself you've outgrown, but keep trying to squeeze back into. The resentment, the grief, the fear you've carried so long, it started to feel like identity. The strawberry moon is a harvest moon. And a harvest is not only gathering, it is also the wisdom of knowing what to leave behind on the ground. Third, go outside and look up. This is not metaphorical. This is literal. On the night of June 28th or 29th, step outside. Find the horizon. Watch for the moment when the strawberry moon clears the tree line or the rooftops, glowing amber and enormous, riding low and heavy in the summer sky. Stand there without your phone, without your earbuds, without any task competing for your attention. Just stand beneath it. Because something remarkable happens when human beings do what human beings have done for 100,000 years. Stand under the full moon and simply look up. Something quiets inside. Something opens. And in that quiet opening, sometimes the thing you've most needed to hear finally gets through. Fourth, write it down. Whatever comes to you in these 4 days, the recurring thought, the dream fragment, the sudden clarity, the quiet knowing that arrives unbidden, write it down. The moon window closes after June 29th. What you receive in these days, you want to remember, because the insights of the full moon become the seeds of the next new moon, and the sacred cycle continues. You are not stumbling blindly through your life, chosen one. You are being guided. The sky has been guiding life on this planet since before the first word was ever spoken aloud. And right now, in these 4 golden, amber, extraordinary days, it is guiding you. The only question is whether you're ready to be guided. Watch the sky. Listen to your soul. The strawberry moon is rising. If something in this video resonated with you, if you recognized yourself in those signs, if something in these words touched a place inside you that needed to be touched, I want you to hear this clearly. That resonance is not an accident. You were meant to find this video. You were meant to receive this message in this moment, at exactly this point in your journey. The strawberry moon on June 29th is not something happening to you. It is something happening for you. A reminder written in light across the sky that you are connected to something vast, ancient, and deeply alive, something that has been moving in perfect rhythm with your soul since the very beginning. If this video opened something in you today, share it with someone who needs to hear it. You never know who in your life is quietly carrying exactly what this message could help them release. Hit that like button if you're going to step outside and watch that golden moon rise. And leave me a comment below. I read every single one. Tell me, what is this full moon asking you to complete? What are you finally, truly ready to let go of? If you're new here, welcome home. Subscribe and ring the bell, because every week we go deeper into the spiritual patterns moving through our world, the cosmic rhythms, the divine signs, the quiet, persistent language the universe speaks to those willing enough to listen. The strawberry moon is almost here, chosen ones. 4 days. Use them wisely. Use them well. Until next time, keep your eyes on the sky and your heart wide open.